Well, hi there and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Oz Music Podcast Episode 2 and I am your host of the show, Damien V. So kick back and get yourself ready for an hour's worth of jam-packed entertainment. And on this week's show, we are featuring a bunch of great bands and artists, including Miiesha, The Traps, Hayley Mengel, Twin Folds, and look, heaps more. But first up on the playlist for today is an awesome band out of Queensland. It is the Bluebottles with their catchy single, Overheated.
I get overheated sometimes, and I can be conceited. Why don't you call me on time? No, you're not mistreated. I hope I don't have to follow you into the sun. I know you won't from me. I hope you stay. If you don't, I'll just fade away. I know you won't from me. I think I'm falling back again. I won't make it till the end. I'm holding on my own. I'm holding on, don't let me fall. I'm standing all alone. It's time to let the boulders roll. Let go, I'm on my own, I'm letting go. You're an old soul and I'm fine with all the mixed feelings. You gotta carry the load, babe, I'm holding up the ceiling. I think I'm falling back again. I won't make it till the end. I'm holding on my own. I'm holding on, don't let me fall. I'm standing all alone. It's time to let the boulders go. Let go. I'm on my own. I'm letting go. I think I'm falling back again. I won't make it till the end. I'm holding on my own. I'm holding on, don't let me fall. I'm standing all alone. It's time to let the boulders go.
That was the Bluebottles with their single Overheated. I absolutely love that song and did from the first time I heard it. Well, the guys are a far North Queensland duo, and in early 2019 they were actually lucky enough to have a recording session at Airlock Studios supported by Ian Hogg. Wow. Look, it is still early days for the Bluebottles, but I do have high hopes what's to come for the lads. And of course they do have new music underway, and a release date is just around the corner for their next single. So jump on their Facebook to keep up to date with all their latest news and upcoming show dates. Well, next up tonight is an 18-year-old singer-songwriter from Sydney, Elena Zahra. To date, she has actually released 4 original songs, and one of them is called Hypnotised. It was a collaboration with well-renowned DJ Sandy Rivera in LA earlier this year. Well, tonight we're going to play another track of hers. This is Elena Zahra with Broken Toy. That was Elena Zahra with Broken Toy. As a rising independent artist, her music is spreading a positive message to her listeners, and she's a very strong advocate for mental wellness, especially in the youth. And look, that feeling is definitely portrayed in her upcoming debut EP named Lessons, and that is being released on the 18th of September. Also, watch out for Heleina in the final episode of ABC's TV series Diary of an Uber Driver. She plays the part of Erin, and it starts on the 14th of August. Also, check Heleina out on her Facebooks and Triple J Unearthed profiles. Okay, next up on the show is a young singer-songwriter out of Sydney. This is Luciana Valentina with Wind Up Dolls.
Wooden boxes pile up the street, carrying the script. Every house is meant to meet. Garage sales, luring in the thin, to sell you out in exchange for a grin. Underground we push our voices in. To sing. chosen. Stop pretending, follow the dozen and break your broken straight.
And that was Luciana Valentina with her great track Wind Up Dolls. What a fun song. It's definitely got a bit of a Frente feel about it. Well, okay, look, she only just released that track we just played, which is her latest single, but she does have fresh music coming in the next few months. But also, on September the 13th, there actually is an official single launch to celebrate the release of that latest single, where she will be headlining a show at Low 302 with supporting acts The Hideaways and Clash Palace. So for ticketing and show times, etc., just head over to OzTix, and we'll also put the link up on our Facebook page. Okay, well, this next band actually met at the Sydney Conservatorium of Music back in 2018, and after their first gig at a small art exhibition in Surrey Hills, the band kicked off and began writing and recording their own original tracks. This is Coconut Cream with their dreamy song, Out of Touch.
He said, I want to be with you. He likes the ocean, but he grew up in Erskineville. Him and I were so alike. Take me out to see the skyline. When did something go wrong? When did I find myself that fear on my own? You and I'm trying to understand why you like that. But we're so out of time. Yeah, we are so out of time. Never tries to make enough time. He drinks every day. He goes out every night. And I always wanted someone by my side. But maybe it's not right. He said, don't go, I love you so. I raided his Adidas wardrobe, trying to find something that I like. Try to find something that I needed. When did
Was Coconut Cream, Out of Touch. Well, since releasing their debut single Laney, the group have been regularly gigging around Sydney, supporting bands such as Spacey Jane, Egoism, Lupa J and Blue Velvet. They've actually just released their first EP, and it's a collection of 5 original tracks self-recorded. Well, they are set to join Spacey Jane on the Australian leg of their tour, playing shows on the 6th, 7th and 8th of September at Low 302 in Surrey Hills. Sounds like a popular place. Well, to check them out some more, obviously just jump onto their Facebook and also their Triple J Unearthed profiles and say hello. Okay, well, next up on the show is the 4-piece indie rock band out of Melbourne. They have promised us a debut EP by the end of the year, but in the meantime, here's their debut single. This is the Fior with their track, The Outsider. Wow, what an awesome track out of Melbourne. 4-piece indie rock band, The Fior, with their song The Outsider. Got a real bit of a Brit pop feel about it, that one. I don't know, Arctic Monkeys, something like that. Oh, well, let us know. Jump on our Facebook page and let us know. Look, anyway, the Fior have released that debut single, The Outsider, as I mentioned. They're looking at the EP by the end of the year. And in the meantime, they will be launching the song at the Catfish in Fitzroy on September the 7th, 2019. So get along, say hello to the guys, and of course, support your local music. Okay, well, it is that time of the show for our weekly interview, and this week I'm chatting with a very good friend of mine. He's an ex-bandmate and lead vocalist for the Aussie rock band Dogwood Crossing, Mr. Tim Earle. So hi there, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
And how have you been, my friend?
I've been good.
Well, that is great to hear, Timbo, and I believe you guys had a massive gig last weekend up at the Childers Festival. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, we did. We did the Childers Festival on the Saturday night at the Federal Hotel. And, that was a absolute corker of a gig every year. It's just a lot of the people that are in the area, whether they're, the backpackers that are doing the farming or all the locals sort of thing, they come out on the Saturday night before the festival when the streets get shut down and, turn it into one big party.
Oh, yeah, and it's a massive party. If you haven't been to the Childers Festival, you need to drag yourself along. They do get a lot of people, actually, from out of town.
See them come from everywhere. I guess Childers is a pretty central location for, people from the Bundaberg region or people from the Wide Bay area down the Fraser Coast to sort of congregate, and a lot of them do like getting up there for the big day of the festival itself, which is a big multicultural festival. So
yeah, awesome, mate. How did the gig go?
It went well. It was it's loud,
Pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, very very crazy. So there we were with the owners of the Fetty before the gig, with bunting, just pulling out bags of 4X gold bunting and just stripping it all along the front as a makeshift kind of barrier that did absolutely nothing. But it was, So
a few drinks spilt on the foldback.
Yeah, I think that's probably, there's probably more drinks in the foldback than there is in the esky.
No, that's right. So if you run out of drinks at the end of the night, you just tip it out of the foldback and pour yourself another couple.
A muso's shoey,
Exactly.
Just do it straight out of the monitor.
Classic. Look, just to let the listeners know, Tim, you also run a band competition called Unplugged for unsigned artists. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely, yeah. Unplugged is a concept that Macca from Hit FM and I came up with about 7 years ago when we were, doing a lot of different things with the band, and it was something that we wanted to put together because there were so many artists on the Fraser Coast that, again, apart from jam sessions or getting together a 4-hour repertoire and owning a PA, very hard to sort of get the gigs. So we wanted a new platform for the artists, and 7 years we've been going now. And
7 years?
Yeah, mate, yeah. Wow. Partnered up with the...
time goes quick.
Yeah, it does. It's crazy. I think we worked out over 135 artists that we've had through Unplugged.
Who took it out this year? It's only recently finished this year.
Yeah, we've just wrapped up at the new home, the Harvey Bay RSL, and we had the Coopers, and I think also matched with the Aspie as well, Aspie Jones band.
Okay.
So, but yeah, the Coopers took out the main prize. It's a duo consisting of Chelsea and Ryan, and those guys have been over in the UK doing festivals and bits and pieces, so they pretty well just landed.
Just thawed out.
Just kind of thawed out, yeah, and when they came to the competition, it was just something very different, but very professional, very polished, and very moving. I think that was the key this year, some amazingly moving originals coming from the artists around here. And I think that comes from the confidence of artists around here, knowing that there is a platform for them to do this sort of thing and be
I did manage to get
it.
down and see a couple of the shows, and there was some extremely talented artists, there's no doubt about that. And there is a great bunch of prizes that you guys give away too, I believe. An EP recording, is that right, for first?
Yeah, that's right. Well, I think the most important thing for especially artists that want to do original music is you need a product. You need something to get out there.
For sure.
And so Pacific International Music, Rob and the crew over there have been on board for 7 years. And
Rob Mackay.
That's it, yeah. Rob Mackay, he's over in the UK at the moment, I think, doing like a cricket tour of...
Oh, yeah, terrible life for those music producers.
Yeah, so he's over there having a bit of a well-deserved break with his son, so...
Yeah, well, I think they'll be a bit wet at the moment. I think we were rained out on this second game, so anyway.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, a bit wet at Lord's, so... But no, it's with the prize, it's the 4-track EP recorded here locally at the studios at Pacific International Music, and as you know, they do a great job.
Oh, absolutely. So. Yeah, my word. Is it open to artists that aren't in the Fraser Coast? Or?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
We've had entrants from Brisbane, from Sunshine Coast. We've had them from up in Mackay as well. People that have come down all the way for the heats and the semi. So
it's great.
It's pretty well open. Yeah, if we had our way, we would do one in every region. But who's got the time or the capacity at this stage to do that? Maybe in the future we're going to look at opening it up in Bundy again.
Well, there you go. Bundy Musos, keep an eye out for your Unplugged competition next year. And I believe you guys are just in the middle of your showcase events.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Every Unplugged, we always do a number of showcases with the finalists and semi-finalists. So we just finished one there at the RSL on Saturday night. That was the Coopers Aspie Jones band.
Awesome. That would have been a great night.
Yeah, and Jaden Williams as well, local artist. She's putting out some great originals and someone to keep an eye out. But yeah, Aspie Jones, again, those guys just so left of centre as far as not what you would expect. It's not any kind of traditional rock and roll or anything. There's a lot of trumpet, there's saxophone. Those boys, yeah, very cool. Aspie Jones band, check them out. And the Coopers and Jaden Williams.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they're all on Facebook, got Facebook
profiles
you bet. And everything. Yeah, we'll jump on. Look, we're going to play a quick track. You're going to hang around for a quick chat after the song?
Absolutely, mate.
Awesome. Well, this newcomer and 17-year-old singer-songwriter draws on her emotions in everyday situations to create some spine-tingling, sensational music. And look, I find her rawness and blunt writing style really invokes thoughts to her listeners, enabling them to relate to her music on a really personal level. This is Hayley Mengel with her track, Sober.
It hurts when we realize the ones that we adored are gone. Turn their backs like you were nothing to them all along. Thought you cared, but it turns out I was wrong. Thought you'd be there when I turned around, but I was alone. I'm hurting badly, don't wanna hurt so badly no more. I'm dying, fighting, trying to open more doors. And ooh, is it ever? Ooh, tell me if it's over for sure. Do you wanna come over? Should've come over when you're sober. Do you wanna come over? Should've come over when you're sober. I want to be happy, I want to be filled with bliss. But the truth is, sadly, it's a feeling that I need to miss. You all act like you know me so well, and you don't even know yourself. And I just gotta say, I'm done with you all very well. I've been hurting so badly, don't wanna hurt so badly no more. I'm done talking, calling, falling down to the floor. And ooh, is it ever? Ooh, tell me if it's over for sure. No, you wanna come over? Should've come over when you're sober. Do you wanna come over? Should've come over when you're sober. I'm hurting badly, don't wanna hurt so badly no more. I'm dying, fighting, trying to open more doors. And ooh, is it ever? Ooh, tell me if it's over for sure. Do you wanna come over? Should've come over when you're sober. Do you wanna come over? Should've come over when you're sober.
Beautiful song. That was Hayley Mengel with her track Sober. Her plan is to start producing a next song mid-September, and if all goes well, it should be due for release in October. She's also currently planning to start gigging around the place around March 2020, so keep an eye out on this young artist, as I'm sure she is headed for big things. Okay, well, we are back with Tim, lead singer from Dogwood Crossing. I believe, Tim, you're also involved in a production company, Bearded Productions. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, we've, even back in the days when, we were doing the album and stuff like that, always had an interest and, I guess, drawn to doing events. First being that Adam Brand with the monster trucks out there at Susan River.
Do we want to talk about the fruit story?
Yeah. Well, it is hilarious. We were all set up and sound checking there. Venom Entertainment, Michael was doing the sound on the day, and Grant, the guitarist for the band, said, absolutely starving. And Adam did tell him, he said, look, all the food stalls will be opening shortly, so just grab something. And no, Grant appealed to his vegetarian nature and said, I really want some fruit or something like that. And Adam Brand said, mate, you're welcome. Go up there to, my little demountable, and there's an esky there with a bit of fruit, so just grab yourself something.
That was nice of him.
Yeah, he's a really kind guy, He was very busy too, because this was an event that, him and I put together very quickly over a 4-month period. And so, of course, off he's gone on the golf buggy to run around organising stuff, and come to the end of the gig, and, it's been a great show, and, a brilliant crowd down there. I think over 10,000 people through, and monster trucks, and tearing through caravans, and, it was terrifying. It was awesome, and then, of course, the end of the gig, everyone gets the wave off, and poor sweaty Adam Brand goes back to his trailer to mung out on a bit of fruit, and of course, Grant's eating his way through the whole esky, and there's nothing left. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, you could hear him from a good couple of 100 metres away with the door shut. So
yeah, well, you can't blame him, I guess. So
no, he was hungry. Yeah,
you give some people an inch and they take a mile. There you go.
That's right. Well. Or a banana, or a mango, or
yeah. Well, look, mate, thank you so much again for coming in. I know you do have a busy schedule. We do appreciate it, and I hope the listeners enjoyed the chat, and hope to drag you in the booth maybe for another time. Thanks again, mate.
Anytime, mate, and support your local musos. Get out there and catch a show.
Yes, wise words and great advice there, Timbo. Well, this next artist hails from the small Aboriginal community of Woorabinda in central Queensland, and she's definitely a voice ready to be heard. Her track has a really powerful message. This is Miiesha with Drowning.
If people choose to live where there's no jobs, obviously it's very, very difficult to close the gap. It's not the job of the taxpayer to subsidise lifestyle choices.
The way you wear your freedom when it's heavy with opinions I've heard. Burdened by decisions, see it restricting your vision to learn. Liberty can make you distant, so just step inside the sentence I serve. Feel the beating in my prison, there's no difference but the distance between their words. I'm always drowning naked, and all I could see was missing your faces. How does one's own time forsaken? Tried to swallow an ocean, but couldn't. The way you whip my prison when it's heavy with opinions I've learned. Burdened by decisions, see it restricting my vision to turn. I'm caught in your new religion, full of hope and contradiction to serve. We might all play the victim, but the script is not yet written, still we watch it burn. I'm always drowning naked, and all I could see was missing your faces. How does one's own time always drowning, drowning naked. And all I could see was this sea of faces. I'm always drowning, drowning naked. And all I could see was this sea of faces. How does one's own time forsaken, try to swallow an ocean, but couldn't. For those that learn how to swim, your survival is not your sin.
Beautiful song. That was Miiesha with Drowning. She's obviously inspired by the sounds of R&B, gospel and soul, and the power of spoken word poetry. So her music really seeks to bring people together and to help educate and inspire. Having supported the likes of Baker Boy, Briggs, Adrian Eagle and Thelma Plum, as well as performing at VanFest, she's using her voice and her message to bring the community to the world. Well, she's currently on a national tour supporting Thelma Plum and also performing at Big Sound, so get along and see her at one of her shows. Jump on her Facebook, Triple J profile and say hello. Okay, next up on the show is a band originally performing under the name Questionable Steez, and they took their first steps as a four-piece back in 2018. The group took a step back from playing, writing fresh material and recording their first EP at Halfway Records. This is Interstellar Gator with their great track, Stress Free Consultancy.
Stop on by the consultancy. Half of one is yellow and green. Now my pockets feel all free. Come on, time, give me some more. Wanna reach the sky till I hit the floor.
And that was Interstella Gator with their pumped up track Stress Free Consultancy. Originally the brainchild of singer-songwriter Zach Fleischer, the band formed as he found himself looking to launch from Perth's insulated music scene, setting up home base in Melbourne. Well, the first single, Stress Free Consultancy, is only a taste of what's to come from this electrically influenced group, and they have plans to release a debut album that's going to be out of this world. And if you'd like to keep up to date on any of their latest news, upcoming gigs or recordings, just head on over to their Facebook profile and say hello. Okay, coming up on the show now is a very talented singer-songwriter out of Queensland, Mr. Kim Wright, with his track, Man of the House.
Know you're really alone, hearing little voices on the phone. There's really nothing wrong, just been away too long, can't wait to get back home. They say we really miss you, Dad, but they're still too young to understand. Hell, here I go again, it's the business that I'm in, but I do the best I can. You're the man of the house, son, I'm relying on you. Take care of your sister, be good to your mother. You're the man of the house, son, though you're not even 10. I'll be home there on Friday, I just can't wait till then. Road has always been my life, but I'm getting tired of this sacrifice. When this trip is through, I'll be coming home to you. This time I'm gonna make it right. I can handle 9 to 5. If it means coming home to you each night, know I love you, son. When this journey's done, there'll be no more goodbyes. You're the man of the house, son, I'm relying on you. Take care of your sister, be good to your mother. You're the man of the house, son, though you're not even 10. I'll be home there on Friday, I just can't wait till then.
And out of Queensland, that was Mr. Kim Wright with Man of the House. He definitely seems to be continuing that early sound of the country pioneers like George Jones and Merle Haggard. And look, back in May 2018, he released that debut single we just heard, and his second single, This Old Bar, was released in March 2019. It debuted at number 10 on the iTunes Country Song Chart, and they are both from his recent EP, Living the Dream. So for any more news and show dates, just head on over to his socials and say hi. Well, this next band actually formed in the late 70s and reformed in 2013, and they've been rocking ever since. This is The Traps with River City Blues. And that was The Traps with River City Blues. They have really been focusing on producing original material to add to their shows, and they're regularly booked at festivals such as Longview, Envirofair, Lakeside, etc. And some of their other regular venues the crew play at are the Star Hotel Maxwell, Harrington Hotel, Halliday's Point Tavern, and the Australian Hotel Wingham. So you've got to get along and see one of their shows, jump on their Facebook, find out one of their upcoming dates, and go along and support Australian music. Okay, this next crew is a collab of artists including NZNs, Blex, Vinnie D's, Nix and the Polykid. They are based in southeast Melbourne, and there is an explicit language warning on this song. This is All or Nothing with their explosive track, Ain't Say Nothing.
All or Nothing Entertainment. Polykid, where you at? NZNs. Let's go. Yeah, now I be coming straight down with that MJ. Thriller and Manila's, I do it like a slow cold killer to a nigga can't breathe. With no ease, get all you bitches down on both knees, so bring them out, pull them out, lock and low, like we're ready to go. I say nothing but lies, but my rhymes are like magic. I spit that shit like a semi-automatic. My flow's too fast, so I leave them in the past, cause them haters don't faze me. The truth is, they're the ones who made me. All that smack talk made us so go crazy. So catch me if you can, cause you don't understand that we ain't the clan that you mess with, so please don't test me. Names still the same, but I play no games, and that's the way that it's meant to be. So take a seat, cause you'll never be as great as me. Yeah, these bitches ain't say nothing. Pull her to the face and they ain't say nothing. Yeah, these bitches ain't say nothing. All these motherfuckers and they ain't say nothing. Yeah, these bitches ain't say nothing. Pull her to the face and they ain't say nothing. Yeah, these bitches ain't say nothing. All these motherfuckers and they ain't say nothing. Took my bunch of chest so we never going to hell. I'm sorry, mom, promise I ain't going back to jail. Toss a body round and started making music that'll sell. Had that whole club rocking to this little trap sound. Yeah, it's me like you never seen me before. It's me and Get by this, I ain't fucking with no hoes. It's me and Get by this, I got plenty more dough. Yeah, it's me and Get by, man, I wasn't never really gone. No, they don't really love me like they used to anymore. They say I didn't have it, so I'm switching up the flow. But they still hating, still faking it, no changing. Still getting jealous, but this money you're making, but fuck it. Ha, these bitches ain't saying nothing. Oh, pull up to the face and they ain't saying nothing. Yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing, but your backstabby motherfuckers ain't saying nothing. Yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. Pull up to the face and they ain't saying nothing. Oh, yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. All these motherfuckers and they ain't saying nothing. Yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. Pull up to the face and they ain't saying nothing. Oh, yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. All these motherfuckers and they ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, pull up to your face cause I heard you say something. Now you see me in person, you ain't saying nothing.
Oh,
I caught you bluffing on your own game, you little faggot. How you gonna roll, man? What you think, that I try break a soul, man? See, I don't need no hesitation, I got NZ. I won't lie, got no Benz, but I can put a bullet straight through your head, yeah.
Bullet to the head, you know how the shit go.
And if you ain't dead, I'ma pop another flow, ho.
Crazy lifestyle, always running from the popo. But those accepts, cause I couldn't do it solo.
Now turn it up, show these motherfuckers how it goes. See, if you wanna say something, keep it on the low. Let these other shit talking, don't fucking say it all. Catch you on the rebound, pop, kill them all.
Yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. Pull her to the face and they ain't saying nothing. Oh, yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. All these motherfuckers and they ain't saying nothing. Yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. Pull her to the face and they ain't saying nothing. Oh, yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. All these motherfuckers and they ain't saying nothing. Yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. Pull her to the face and they ain't saying nothing. Oh, yeah, these bitches ain't saying nothing. All these motherfuckers and they ain't saying nothing.
And out of Melbourne, that was The Crew, All or Nothing. And I hear they're really shooting up the charts. No pun intended. No, but seriously, they are working on new material, so head over to their Facebook and their other social profiles and say hello, find out what's going on. Well, sadly, we have run out of time for this week's show, but I really have enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys have too. And as usual, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Artie's Music, retail stores in Brisbane, Townsville, and online at artiesmusic.com.au. Okay, well, thanks again to you all for listening and making it to the end. While forming in 2015, this Brisbane four-piece have developed a distinctive sound that blends laid-back psychedelic rock with bedroom pop. They have delved deeper into their signature sound with their new single and title track off their forthcoming EP, Meet You at the Diner. So taking us out this week is Twin Folds with White Flag. And thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you all next week. Bye for now.